Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, and this is a bit of an unprecedented little video because I originally intended to go in and sip and record the Ragnarok fights, which is going to happen after I'm done recording this. But something big's happened. We now have our second miracle ticket. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get it for a while because I'm planning on doing some other stuff as well. From what I hear, SSR Cybele is about to show up pretty soon too, so yeah, that's something. But I don't think she'll sip and be yeah, she's not gonna be in here. Because they're at it beyond the 21st thing, you're not going to get them. So SSR Cybele's not in this miracle ticket exchange. However, what is here is the following. We get a 10 chain, of course, with it, which is SR guaranteed. So your last pool, or one of the pools, is definitely going to be SR at least. And you got to keep these rules in mind. This is practically the same rules as before. Now, you can find all the exchange info on the gacha itself. Keep in mind, this is 5,000 Nutaku gold. That is the equivalent of 50 bucks. But this is definitely the 50 bucks if you're going to spend anything on this game, because of the simple fact that it is better than the SSR guaranteed, because you get any Kamihime in the game, aside from exclusive ones, of course. You get any of them that's been added before the 21st. So, that said, this is definitely the one to get, because naturally you're going to want to get it on the SSR girls, and we got quite a few of them. Now then, I gotta point these little bits of info out right now. Can't exchange for Eidolons. They keep mentioning this. I wonder if we'll be able to do it later down the line, because if we can, that means that 100% Eidolons is definitely one to go for. If you get a Kamihime weapon that you own, this isn't going to give you a Dragonic Eye, so don't try it. You're better off just getting a new Kamihime, period, point blank. If you have the unawakened version, or the awakened version of a Kamihime, don't try to trade for them either. And you have to keep in mind that you want to get this thing before the time period's up. They give you like a whole month to do this. Because this is from today to the 22nd of next month. I got plenty of opportunities to try it myself. I might put it on hold, go for SSR Cybele later on because she's stupidly strong, and then come back for this after that. But keep this thing in mind. This is the best ticket gacha. This is the best gacha in the game to go after. I highly advise that if you can put the money up for it, do so. If not, you are really missing out. Again, you get any SSR of your choice. Speaking of which, we're going to go through the list a little bit. But the whole thing with this is the fact that I've got plenty of choices I want to take, and I'm just not sure who. Heck, I can get Daki, who's been avoiding me, but I know there's better Kamihime than her. And some people might actually scream at me just for getting Daki over them. I'm just sick of that freaking fox toying with me. Not to mention, I get the feeling if I get Daki and then she sits up and appears afterwards, I'm going to be feeling really stupid. I'll probably just go for a Kamihime that I actually need. Because I'm starting to get a little bit more focus on my fire team anyway. Daki still would help that. But the thing is, there's better Kamihime I don't have right now that can also help the fire team. I'm hearing some good combinations with some wind characters too. And I've already established a little bit of a wind team. I got Awakened Gaia, I got Kuchulain. I got Oberon, who's a very good SR. If you can get an SSR that can do the same stuff as her, then yeah, go for it. As you can see, I got a little bit in the Aku Gold right there, but that's for Sacred Sword Princesses. But anyways, Gaia, if you don't have her, definitely good to get. So many people went after her on the first one. If you don't have her, definitely get her. She is arguably the best Kamihime in the game, bar none, because she has no elemental weakness, and she's a strong healer. Her awakening is going to come soon, probably within a month or two, and she will go insanely powerful when you can awaken her. I'm hearing Satan is a decent Kamihime. Amon Unleash is a decent one because she's a huge raging nuke and a debuffer. Ares is actually pretty good in my opinion. A lot of people say don't go for her, but she's actually pretty good. I'm not too sure what Shiva can do, but I heard some people use her. TYR is good only if you got stun nuking. She's got a decent debuff as well, but she's good for stun nuking. I haven't awakened her. Michael's one of the ones I probably would take because she can help my light team a lot. I'm a Tarasu if I go to fire route. Definitely one of the best fire characters to go for, especially since she heals. Fire teams don't have too many healers. Zono O. Some people say she sucks. Me personally, I don't think so. She's got some sustain. She's got self-buffing. That's why a lot of people try to write her off. Her nuking ability is stupidly strong. It is like 8 freaking hits, and it gets stronger when you awaken her. I honestly believe she's worth it. Just to fill in spots until you can get some other darkness Kamihime, because there are better darkness ones than her, but we don't have them right now. We don't have too many of them. Thor, I know, is actually pretty good if you actually go for a stun duration, if it sticks. Otherwise, she's got 2 ability nukes. One of them can heal herself. And she's got a decent buff, but now that I've awakened her and gotten her advanced a bit, it's only 1 turn. So it's not stackable anymore. I feel like that's a downgrade. It increases her attack power and her ability damage, but yeah. Akala, I've heard a lot of stuff about her saying that she's not all that good, but personally, I feel like she's good if you use her right. She's a definite raging nuke with some strong damage. Unfortunately, she's got one huge weakness when it comes to her self-buff, is the fact that it reduces her defense. You can't do anything about that until you get her level 75 awakened. You have to advance her pretty far in order to get rid of that weakness. So if you do have her, or if you do get her for some strange reason, keep that ability in mind. You're going to want to awaken her before you can really get some stuff out of her. But she's kind of good right now. Titania already can get awakened right now. I'm hearing she's extremely strong for a win team. So, another possible choice. Poseidon's pretty good for water teams, although I don't know what she can do. Raphael, I hear that she's, like, I'm hearing mixed feelings about her. She's honestly a pretty decent, light Kamihime. She's one of my attack down debuffers. And then on top of that, too, she can affect the raging meter. And on top of that, she can remove one of the charges for an overdrive. Because there's these little dots that appear right next to the raging meter, and they fill up as the enemy attacks. That helps you a ton. It's going to help me in this Medusa fight, because I'm not trying to get hit with Petrify as often. Medusa's overdrive attacks, whether she's in normal or raging, will cause Petrify. That can help delay it. She's good if you know how to use her. But there's a second version of her we'll get to eventually, because that's also in here. Raiko, I heard she's kind of good for the Thunder team. I don't know full details on her. There's a lot of choices, trust me. Aphrodite, considering there's a better healer down the same list on the same page, you may not want to get her, but if you already have Nika and Leash, Aphrodite is good as a second healer. And she can increase her, the rate at which you combo. Not just for herself, but the whole team. What she does is pretty much do one thing for the whole team, but also gives herself a little extra. She heals the whole team, but gives herself regenerating on top of that. Increases everybody's triple rate, but also gives their double rate increase. Heals one affliction from everybody, but also prevents another one from sticking on her the next time. she's good. She's honestly good. But only if you need a second healer. If you feel like you need a second healer for your water team, there you go. Kuchulain. Very good for combo rate. But that's pretty much it. She can also up her burst streak as well. I've used that. Honestly, her alongside with SSR Cybo, you shouldn't have too much of a hard time building up burst gauge, because those two can fill it up really fast together. Kuchulain can do it herself, but Cybo's got a SSR Cybo has an innate ability where she'll force herself to at least get 2 attacks in 1 turn. So she'll always do 2 or 3. She'll fill up her burst gauge in 5 turns, no more than 5 turns. Kuchulain self-buff her triple rate, which forces it, by the way, and has an ability that increases her burst gauge by 20. 2 turns, she's at 80 right there. So you see what I mean. Sevarog, I just awakened her. Very, very good buffer. Stackable attack up. I don't know if there's a cap on buffing, but the thing with that is, she will give at least 40% to the entire team. That is insane. But that's when you awaken her. Without awakening her, it's still 30%, but it's still strong. Sorry, I still got a little bit of sickness, but anyways. Sevarog also has a strong ability nuke, which gets even stronger. It's like 2 hits of fire, but it turns into 3 hits when you awaken her. I don't know what her stackable ability damage boost is, but that allows her to really spike some damage. But when you get her to level 75, all her stuff is 3 turn weight. So you can keep nuking while getting stronger. Nikke Unleashed. Very good buffer. Very good healer. Honestly, if you don't have Nikke or Aphrodite, the SSR version of Nikke, take Nikke over Aphrodite. If you're going to go for a water healer, go for Nikke Unleashed first, then go for Aphrodite if you have Nikke. Odin, I've heard some stuff about her. She's so-so from what I hear, but I'm not fully sure. Hades is actually pretty good if you need a little bit of some extra support. I think she's got a nice little debuff and stuff too. I don't really know full details for her, but I did hear a few things. Ryuo, I don't hear too much about her, but I know some people do use her. So there you go. Metatron. This is another light one I'm debating on getting, because my light team's our strongest compilation. She got an ability that's just like Arthur. It forces her burst gauge to go to max. She also can increase her burst damage, I think. She's very good for bursting. So I don't know. I have a few choices for light characters. Brahma, I think she does the same thing. I'm not too sure. I heard Yamaraja's pretty good. I know Cthulhu's very good. Azazel's pretty good too. Honestly, I think Brahma's pretty good for a Thunder team too, from what I've seen. I've seen a few people use her, I just don't remember what her abilities are. There's a lot of Kamihime in the game. I can't remember everything. This whole 7th page has got a lot of good choices. EA, I heard she's kind of good, but I know she gets an awakening in the future. Osiris is definitely one pick for Dark Team because she's a healer. Dark teams need that. And not no self-heal. Everyone gets healed by her. Jupiter, I'm not too sure about. Uriel, I'm not too sure about either. Snow Angel Raphael, I wasn't sure she's going to be in this one. She is great for water teams, from what I hear. Another very good pick. Hastor, very good for wind teams. Another good pick. Moonlight Tsukiyomi, very, very good for light teams because she gets an extra little debuff that's outside the defense ones. So she can get you extra damage. Daki, I'm hearing a lot of mixed stuff about her, but here's the thing that helps her out. She gives you wind resistance. If you intend on doing the wind catastrophe raid that we just got, which is Ragnarok level, you want her. She helps you out with some resistances. Not to mention, she gives rampage into your fire team. I honestly might take her. Because rampaging, it prevents ability use. It prevents bursting. But it massively spikes the damage in normal attacks. Combined with Sevarog's buffing, I know Amaterasu's got some debuffs too, but combined with Sevarog's buffing, Daki and Sevarog is a very good combo. So, I can see some uses out of her. Regardless of what anybody says, I love the fact that she's a fucking fox. So, honestly, I don't know. I might take Daki. Honestly, though, if I really want to focus on White Team, I'll probably take Metatron or Michael. Now, Sarasvati, I don't hear too much about her. She kinda, she's more self-buffing, along with, buffing one other person, so she covers 2 Kamihime. But I'm not fully sure about her. Arrows, I've seen people using her in a few, guild order fights. She's actually pretty good. You just have some situational uses for her. Not sure what Nephilis, or however you pronounce her name, not sure what she does. Marduk, I heard, is good for Thunder teams. So, Thunder users might want her. Mars, very, very good for Fire teams. Another interesting choice. I got 3 Fire characters that's lined up for this crap. So, honestly, I don't have Amaterasu, so if I go to Fire route, I'll probably take her. But, Mars, very, very good for Fire teams. She's got a very noteworthy debuff. And Shamas, I haven't heard too much about her, but I'll have to look into her since she's light as well. And anybody past that, don't worry about. SR characters do not go for. You have a ticket that picks any Kamihime. If you pick an SR character, you might as well sit up and say you've wasted money. So, that said, stick to the SSR. Do not go past page 11, and only for Mars. Maybe this one. I'm going to post a link to a few things to look out for. That is Sonathig's Kamihime guide, because this is definitely the time where it comes in handy. I'm trying to compose a guide myself that helps you out based on what Kamihime you have. Sonathig sets you up for some very powerful teams using SSR characters. If you're getting the Miracle ticket, you want to look at his guide. You also want to look on the JP Wiki to see what happens with Awakenings as well, because that may or may not sway your choices. I do hear Titania's got a very good Awakening. I do hear Aphrodite's got a good Awakening. I do hear Ares has a very good Awakening. Like I said, that may or may not sway your choices. So, I'm going to post those in the description. This video went on for a long time. And I absolutely guarantee you that the very next video is going to be one of the Ragnarok fights. I'm going to go record it after I'm done with this. So, that said, guys, that's all I have for this. For the love of God, if you can get the 5,000 Utaku gold, get this gacha, get you an SSR character you do not have. And make sure that if you do have them awakened already, don't try to go for their unawakened form. It's not going to give you 2 copies of them. You also won't get Dragonic Eyes, so pick it for a new Kamihime. Why would you try to go for a Dragonic Eye anyways? But that's all I have for this, guys. Do your research before doing this. You have a lot of time on your hands. So if you can't get the money now to do this gacha, try to get it later. Save up if you have to. But the thing with adding to Nitaku is the fact that you need either PayPal or credit card. So maybe go to a store, do your research on how much it's going to take for a prepaid card. And be very careful, because I got I actually have a credit card, but I went to go get a prepaid card to try and avoid paying some extra fees. Didn't work out so well, because they extra charged me on that. Like I said, do your research. Do all the research you need. Research on getting money onto this thing. Research on what these Kamihime do. This is the gacha to get. #1 priority. Bar none. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. It's gone on for 20 minutes. Again, Ragnarok Fight is next. I'm not sure which one I'll post. It depends on how they play out, because honestly, I haven't even tried them. I've gotten sidetracked by work and a whole bunch of stuff, but I've got stronger Kamihime and whatnot. I should be able to clear this without an elixir. Even if I do use one, I should be able to clear it either way. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Again, do research on this. You have about a month. Do research on this. But anyways, that's all I got for this, guys. Take care.